What is pimping?
How's it going, everybody? I'm Clifton. That's Dalton. That's
I'm Chris.
Christian.
Oh, go by Christian.
Oh, that's Chris.
That's my slave name.
That's her lesbian name.
That's her government name.
No, it is not.
As I was saying, welcome
Fruity Pebbles.
to Metal and More. My apologies for the delay. Yes, we were having some personal issues yesterday. We're not going to talk about it today.
We were all on our monthly period.
We were all having just a really bad day yesterday,
Yeah.
so we didn't want to bring y'all in.
This is
on that.
personal life. We need to set that all aside to do this show, and we apologize for not.
Because we want to give y'all the best that we can, whether or not you watch these videos
Oh,
or
yeah.
not.
Whether you give a fuck about the first 30 seconds or the last 30 seconds, we still want you to know that we care about you.
Yeah, so we want to give y'all the best show that we can give you. I mean, all this is us really talking here and trying to get interaction from you guys. So, why not care about how y'all feel and what we give to you? So, without further ado, let's get the show on the road. What do we got?
Okay, we got Soulfly's new album.
Yeah, Soulfly has a new album coming out, and I think so does 6 Feet Under.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
And that's been a long time since they came out with an album.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah,
I
and there's
think-
also talk about Faith No More having a new album, but I think
See, I
can't.
can't wait for that, though, because, like...
Faith No More is coming back with some.
Oh, I actually do have news today.
What?
6 a.m. finally got radio play.
Oh,
94.7 has finally given 6 a.m. Not 6 a.m. Yeah, 6 a.m. Why did I say
They've
that?
been at 6 a.m.
I'm thinking about AM Conspiracy. Never mind. Forget about what
They got AM Conspiracy on there now?
I think I actually heard an AM Conspiracy song on 94.7.
Oh,
today,
dude, finally.
but forget that I said 6 a.m. But
6 a.m.'s
How
been
dare
on
you.
that.
hey, listen, it's got AM in it. At least I got somewhere close to it. They're both about the same. But I don't know. It didn't. I think it might have been 6 a.m. I might just be thinking AM Conspiracy. But no, anyway, if it was 6 a.m., I'm sorry to AM Conspiracy. They can still be underground and proud or whatever.
Actually, AM Conspiracy is my dedication for today. Screw it. That's a great band.
All right, anyway, we'll get to dedications later.
Okay, and we got one more news. New drummer? Need drummer?
Okay.
Oh, you want to talk? Or you want me to talk?
No, you're the one who brought it up.
All right, listen, guys. Us three. Beautiful people.
Ugly people. Yeah.
We have a band starting up.
Fabulous.
She's fabulous. We have a band starting up. He can play guitar. I can play bass. She can play absolutely nothing, but she has the voice of Amy. Amy Lee, don't do anything.
Well, that's true.
And we all can sing, and I can scream, and Dalton's getting into the growling part. The problem is we don't have a drummer. We need one of those. Really bad.
That's literally the only thing we're missing.
Someone who's able to actually come over and play with us?
Yeah, someone who is within driving distance or actually has a car or actual equipment. That would be amazing.
Actual equipment is probably a must.
That's a must.
Don't come here with drumsticks saying I can drum.
I can
swear to
drum,
God,
okay.
I will throw you out of the house.
Actually,
Oh, I can drum. No, you can't. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm telling you.
Actually, if they could get creative enough, we might just keep them.
Yeah, like if they
You
grab
can
like,
drum on
a
the
bunch of
couch or
buckets
something.
and shit and try to do it, then
Yeah,
I'll give them
we'll
props.
keep you.
Get some buckets together and some tins and see what you can do.
Yo, I got this. I'll show y'all.
But actually, my thoughts on this. Okay, as you didn't really get to finish saying, we are actually a band, and we go by the name Stained Glass Composers.
AKA, this guy's thought.
And we need a drummer. That's all we need, because all we got. We got all three of us are vocalists. We can all sing. He can scream. I can growl a little bit.
Well, we know
I can scream and growl, but
we don't need another guitarist, do we?
It would be nice, actually. I mean, if
a good lead who can actually play good solos. You know?
yeah, because all I really am is rhythmic. That's all I can really do is rhythmic guitars.
Acoustic, I'd give him the acoustic any day of the week, but when it comes to electric, I'd much rather get somebody who's great at solos.
I mean, we'd much rather have somebody who's great.
Who's actually got experience in an electric guitar.
Oh, electric guitar. Okay, I thought you meant like solos and singing. I was just like...
No, I mean like lead guitar playing.
We all can do
Anyway,
solos.
but yeah, just
screaming.
if there's anybody interested in being a drummer or another guitarist or anything like that, let us know in the comments and all that shit. So
do comment.
now we got the news and all that shit out of the way. Let's get ready with the show. What do we got?
What are we doing first?
It's in order.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was B versus B? Pink Floyd versus Tool.
Band versus band. All right. Pink Floyd. All right.
Versus
Tool.
Tool.
So if you want to be mind fucked, listen to
Trippy-ass
either of them.
videos. Loves.
Which one are you taking today?
I'm taking Tool.
You know what? I'm taking the T-shirt.
I'm taking the
All right. I'm legit taking the
I'm just gonna take
But
Tool
anyway,
because the
we're gonna
videos like trip me the fuck out. Even though Pink Floyd's
Okay, well, let's
Proceed.
see. Well, we could go ahead and say, yeah, they are both very well known for their psychedelic, progressive sounds and just methods and techniques and video, especially fucking videos. If you want trippy ass videos, watch Pink Floyd or
just watch the movie The Wall.
Just watch The Wall from Pink Floyd or watch any music video from Tool. It's trippy as fuck.
You'll feel like you had an acid trip.
If you can't eat your meat, you don't take it.
But no, I guess you can start off.
Okay, well, in my defense, Tool has better bass. That's straight up.
I can't argue.
You cannot.
I can't argue with that.
It's hard. It's hard. In my defense, it's really hard to find a more intricate bassist than the one in Tool. I cannot remember the guy's name, but he is great.
I will have to say this: Pink Floyd has a wider following, not because of the decades they went through, but because over the decades they've built fans.
But think about.
Well, yeah, they have been around longer too.
They're not as trippy. They're both trippy. I mean, hell, the trippiness is equal.
I swear, I think Tool's trippier. Have you seen?
Have you not listened to more than one Pink Floyd song? It's way more trippy.
That's why
actually, my favorite Pink Floyd song is "Money," and that's not a trippy video. It's just it's about money.
Comfortably Numb is probably a very trippy song. There you go.
Comfortably Numb, Echoes, shit like that. Pigs with Wings.
Yeah,
that's actually I really like that song.
That's a different one. The Wall itself was pretty bad.
They're just trippy, and they got the album. They both have the album covers to back up their albums too. That's not what I was saying. I mean, well, how about the fact that the actual lead guitarist of Tool is also the one behind their music videos and any art that they have. Well, not their cover art, but yeah, pretty much that he directs all the music videos.
So he's multi-talented.
And the fact that their lead singer is also an actor.
Okay, I can give that to him.
Isn't Rob Zombie's lead singer actor?
Yeah, he is. Lead singer, actor, and director.
He's done a lot. I would never take anything away from Rob Zombie.
So he's kind of got that Rob Zombie.
I don't know. I would still have to argue that Pink Floyd does have something on them. And that is, full on, in the technicality point of it, all in the full band-wise, Pink Floyd has them beat. Not because, they don't have the greatest bass in the world, but because of how in sync they are with everything they've done. Even when they lost a lead singer, they brought back another one who could kick ass just as good. Tool, yes, they're good and in sync, but sometimes you can hear the out of syncness. If you actually listen to a lot more songs,
I've listened to all their songs.
Exactly, and there are some points to where you can tell they need some improvement.
Well, they're still kind of new. I mean, they've been around for
they've been since
they've been around for about. I was about to say they've been around for almost 2 decades. Almost 2 decades. Wow, Pink Floyd's been around for what? 50 years almost? It seems like.
Whoa.
It seems
Pink
like
Floyd has not remade a song, though. I mean, all their songs are, they're there.
Classic.
They're classic, but people literally fall into it. Tool, if they become classic rock one day, which they will, just like Breaking
they're going to be the Pink Floyd of their time.
I don't know about that. I can't say that because there are a lot more psychedelic bands than that. 9 Inch Nails can be counted as psychedelic in a way. Listen to more 9 Inch Nails, dude.
I used to have all of 9 Inch Nails. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, they're progressive. They're both progressive metal.
Okay? That's techno.
They're both progressive metal. You know what? Fine. I'll let you have I'll let you have it, okay? But they won't be as great as Pink Floyd ever will. Because even when Tool's still going, Pink Floyd will still be rocking everybody. Everybody will love Pink Floyd. Not everybody. Not everybody. But Tool will die one day. Pink Floyd will always stay constant.
Are you done?
No. Now I am.
No, he's just going to keep sucking Pink Floyd's dick and keep.
Shut up, man! You're riding Tool's dick.
No, I'm sitting beside
It's
him.
probably because it has a big tool. It's got done hammer.
Okay, puns out of the way.
Well, on that note, Tool does take further risks when they actually have one of their album covers completely censored, just because of the content on it.
Sex?
They don't take in.
Oh
they have
God.
no limits, while Pink Floyd just kind of stays wherever the fuck they are.
Well, I'll put it to you like this then. Pink Floyd, in all honesty, has more meaning in every one of their songs.
How do you know that, though?
Listen to more lyrics. Listen to the
Don't
lyrics.
you tell me keep listening to more. I actually know this shit. I've listened to all that.
Listen to the lyrics of Tool. Actually, go look back at Tool. Tool made most of their songs that say "fuck you" system. Pink Floyd made.
No, they didn't.
Okay. Well, they made a lot of songs that just made no sense at all. They were just there.
Honestly, the only band I can think that can follow up behind Tool and age-wise is Mudvayne. And they're not even around anymore.
Talking about getting back together.
They better.
They better get back together.
Y'all better fix y'all shit and get back together.
Vinnie Paul, you better go to Mudvayne. Anyway,
I'm talking about lyrical-wise.
Lyrical-wise, they both have the same amount of lyrics. It's just Pink Floyd had a lot more meaning in theirs. Pink Floyd...
They went through a lot more shit.
Exactly!
That's time period.
Like drugs.
Think about this.
That's why we're arguing this.
Pink Floyd came around in the 70s. Do you know how much shit has happened in between the 70s and just between the 70s and the 90s?
Drugs,
how much
and
shit,
more drugs.
drugs, sex, and everything else in between. Wars,
Especially
multiple other things.
Exactly, but wait.
Tool
Listen.
hasn't really had that. They had through the 90s.
Exactly! But listen, you have to give me that, though. Pink Floyd does have more meaning in their music.
They do.
You can't argue that.
I'm not!
Okay. So what? Is it a tie again, or is it like... are you going to claim Tool? Are you going to claim Tool on this?
I just feel like Tool could be the next Pink Floyd. That's all the fuck I'm saying. You have nobody expected Pink Floyd to come up from anything. And look at them. Everybody knows who the fuck Pink Floyd is, whether or not you listen to them or not.
Ask a girl what
No, hardly anybody ever knows about Tool anymore. Tool's dying out, but it can pick back up.
It's kind of a lie, because I went up to this girl one time who was wearing a Pink Floyd shirt, and
I
was
said
just like,
almost everybody.
I know, but it's funny. It's just like I went up to her, and I was just like, "Oh, you like Pink Floyd?" It's like, and I was like playing with her. I was like, "It's a great t-shirt company, isn't it?" She's just like, "Yeah, it is." I was like,
Fucking
"Yeah,
hipster.
it's a band."
Goddamn. Anyway, off of that goddamn subject, we're moving on.
You know what? Y'all make the decision. Okay?
Again, we're letting you make the decision.
We're just here.
We're letting her randomly talk out of her asshole.
Pretty much.
That's what I'm here for. So.
But yeah, that's our time for us to argue. Just go ahead and get the rest of your fucking ranting out.
In the end, I will always love you, bro.
Just go to your section. Go to your segment.
Go to my
Fuck you, band. And that will be.
Who's the fuck you band for today?
Go ahead.
Sit down, honey.
I've been sitting.
I'm gonna
Fuck you, band! Today, we are talking about someone that is near and dear to my heart.
What? You're loud as fuck. I ain't gonna know this shit today.
Near and dear to my heart. I'm gonna put this out there right now. You're not gonna like the answer, but it's okay. This goes out to one person in particular. She's like 5'4", blonde hair, bitchy all the time. Moany, complainy, tries to be number one at everything. You'll learn who her name is later if you think about it. Just think about it.
Think real
But
hard.
in this fuck you band, there's a subliminal fuck you to her as well. So, in this, we're gonna talk about the Sex Pistols! Fucking Sid Vicious playing one fucking bass string. What the fuck?
You can't even say.
Sex Pistols? Who the fuck likes those people? Damn, y'all call them punk! What the fuck? What the fuck? That's not punk! That's a bunch of dipshits trying to play music! That's like when ICP tried to be wrestlers! It didn't work out, so they went and made rap music! Anybody can do that shit! Goddamn! Sex Pistols are a piece of shit! You wanna hear real punk? Go listen to Rancid, go listen to Bad Religion, go listen to the fucking Ramones! And call them fake and unoriginal. The Ramones are the godfathers of punk. The Sex Pistols are the bitches and cunts and pussy lickers and ass kissers of punk that made it because somebody said they were awesome and everybody follows that somebody.
And they sucked a lot of dick.
And they still suck a lot of dick. I don't give a fuck if the lead singer killed himself. I can't help he was on drugs and alcohol and hated his life. For once, I don't give a fuck he died. Hell, he hated his life because he hated his music. Shit.
That's awful. Why would you say
I have no boundaries when it comes to the Sex Pistols. They're about as bad as fucking Kiss and Anthrax. And trust me, I'll get to Anthrax later. But right now, we're talking about the Sex Pistols. And I hate them. They make me cry when they call them punk. Because I know what punk is. I know what anti-flag is. I know what rancid is. I know what bad religion is. I know what the Ramones are. I just, you call these guys punk, when all they are a bunch of low-life, no-talent assholes who couldn't play a bass to save their life, who couldn't play a single good guitar riff to save their life, and sure as hell couldn't sing to save their life. And for some reason, because they came from Britain during the British invasion, they made something. Why don't you go listen to the Dead Kennedys and learn what real punk is, instead of talking about the Sex Pistols. And like I said, that goes out to the blonde-haired bitch at Wilson. You know who you are. Fuck you. Fuck Sex Pistols. The Ramones are real. Sex Pistols are fake, unoriginal, and pieces of shit. So fuck you, Sex Pistols!
Calm down.
The end.
I'm gonna crop this. And I'm
No,
gonna post
you're
this
not.
on
You're
Facebook.
not gonna crop this
I
shit.
am gonna crop this video. I'm gonna say this is my boyfriend ranting.
That is all. I'm done with Fuck You Band. I don't have enough energy to keep going. I'm tired. But anyway, off of Fuck You Band. What's next, babe?
I guess I'll go ahead and do my segment, which is substitutes.
Have fun, bro.
Okay, mine is less violent.
Well, you gotta go something to mellow people out.
But I guess I'm the cool down guy, as usual. Well, today my substitute would be it's going to be a lead singer, and it's going to be seeing as how Chester Bennington from Linkin Park has decided to go to Stone Temple Pilots and be their lead singer,
Which sucks.
which I've listened to Stone Temple Pilots. I don't see where he fits in at all.
He doesn't fit in
Honestly,
whatsoever.
he'd fit into some other groups, but I don't know about Stone Temple Pilots. But on that note, I feel that a replacement would possibly be the original lead singer, or maybe even the actual singer for Dead by April. The dude can actually sing really sweet, kind of like Chester would, really.
But he can also get that going.
But he can also scream.
Yep.
And actually get really hard, really loud. That's great. I feel like if he actually did take over in Linkin Park, that it would actually add a little extra edge. It might even, revive them from their kind of pop seeming. Yeah. So, yeah. My substitute would be the lead singer from Dead by April into Linkin Park. My leg. Alright, well that was my anticlimactic segment.
Substitute, it's alright. It's not supposed to be climactic. It's really just you telling us what would do better.
I just feel like
Hey,
I do better.
it's okay. We're on to the big five, and since we're already on the 70s most of the day with the Sex Pistols and all their bitchiness and all that good shit.
And plus, we also talked about Pink Floyd. Crap, we failed to mention that. Yes, we are somewhat doing a retro day today.
It's okay, I think they figured it out themselves.
Yeah, we're doing the 70s.
Guys, if you're in high school, you know how to put context clues together. Just put them together. We're doing a retro day. Don't be idiots.
Except for a Linkin Park thing.
The Linkin Park thing's kind of that's just something I found out. I just figured out this week.
That's about the only unretro thing we do, but that's because we really don't think about substituting people from the 70s because they did perfect where they were.
They did pretty well.
Also, while you were talking, I added my own list.
Okay, well, actually, I got another substitute then, in that case.
Okay, go
It's
ahead.
older, though. And I found
It better be from the
I actually
70s.
found it's actually toward the 80s. It's kind of in the 80s, but it's getting back there. Because actually, you're right. I can't really think of anything from the 70s, but one from the 80s that I figured out the other day because I was listening to it when I was listening to my music. Quiet Riot came on. Switch lead singers.
Oh!
You aren't gonna believe this, but I'm serious. I analyzed this myself. I actually feel like Quiet Riot and the dude from Quiet Riot could have been kind of a good substitute for the lead singer from Scorpions.
Oh. Well, here's what I want to put in there. Since we are doing the 70s, I want to do this right here.
Or vice versa.
Queen and Led Zeppelin are from the 70s. I'd love to just
Throw Freddie Mercury into
Freddie Mercury into Led Zeppelin and just watch the world explode. Okay, because whatever happened with Led Zeppelin,
It was all lead
it
singer.
needed Freddie Mercury because it sure as hell didn't do good with the fucking lead singer. So there's a substitute from the 70s. I'm not going to go on to that because we got to get to this big 5 that's so fucking huge that it's not even a big 5. It's like a big 50.
That'll work. It doesn't matter as long as you can read it.
All right.
I can read my shit.
I'm going to say this into the big 5 while they're talking about it.
Yes, the whole reason we are doing the retro thing, the whole 70s thing, we are doing the big 5 today.
And we actually looked this stuff up, man, because in all honesty, you deserve the best. Not somebody who just comes on here, I think that's from the 70s. I don't really know, though.
And plus, we want to try to hit all the edges that we seem to constantly miss. We always seem to miss that one band.
And it always pisses somebody off in the world. If it's a hipster, a hippie, an emo, a bitch, a fucker, a cunt. You know, all those people.
Seenie weenie.
Oh, yeah, those seenie weenies.
Seenie weenies don't listen to old stuff, okay?
They wish they did. Anyways.
Big 5! The big 5! What is your big 5?
Alright, I'm going to start off with one of the greatest guitarists of all time. And I'm not talking about Slash or any of them. I'm talking about Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana!
The best guitarist of all time in my eyes.
And
the man...
If you want to go as far as saying possibly the best Latin guitarist.
Always. Santana has already been one of my favorite. What they did with, I think, what was it? It was Matchbox 20, wasn't it? They did a song with Matchbox 20, I think.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, I know the song Smooth and all that. Great Santana songs, man. Think about that. Alright, on to the next one, Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath. Ozzy Osbourne. Do I need to say more?
Got another notable guitarist in that.
Yeah, I mean...
Got Randy Rhoads.
Exactly. I mean, listen, you got Ozzy and Randy. That was probably
one of the greatest combinations.
I'm telling you, if you ever need the greatest combo, there it is in Black Sabbath. Hell, Paranoid, all that good shit from the 70s before Black Sabbath changed lead singers when Ozzy went on his own. Black Sabbath is the best.
Black Sabbath has actually always had a great vocalist, whether it was Ozzy or whether it was.
But I would much rather have Ozzy in there. No
well, obviously that's only because Ozzy sort of started it.
Ozzy just makes me happy.
I mean, I actually haven't checked out Black Sabbath whenever Dio was in it.
You know something?
We need to check.
So I can't really make a judgment on that one.
My next, what's up?
Wait, speaking of Ozzy, I kind of want to make a meme of Ozzy biting like Batman's head off.
Got it.
And
anyway,
it's like a pun if y'all get it.
Yeah.
Unless some of y'all get it otherwise. So.
Moving on.
Next, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the most recognizable, probably the biggest influential female bands of all time, which is Heart. Heart. Barracuda. Hit Me With Your Best Shot. They were the most influential. If you don't know Heart, then you don't know female bands. Female bands come from Heart, okay? Heart led to Joan Jett, led to what we now have as Halestorm, In This Moment, Paramore, Evanescence. If it wasn't for Heart, females would probably not even be on the map. Or they would in the future, but Heart started it all. They lit the torch that passed it on.
Let's just say Heart just really proved to the world that girls could rock.
And girls can rock. Even chunky girls.
Oh, yeah.
All About That Bass can't come close to Heart, man. That chunky girl could sing. All right, my next one. Gotta make sure I get this right. All right, ZZ Top, number 4.
You can't go without those just freaking.
You can't go without the beards.
The beards.
The beards. Even if you don't know a song, you know the beards.
The beards and the guitar riffs.
I'm telling the guitar riffs are probably one of the most well-known things from ZZ Top.
Yeah.
My final one is Pink Floyd, and it's not a fifth. There is no fifths here. There's probably going to be sixths and sevens.
There is no honorable mention.
This isn't an honorable mention. They deserve to be on this list as number 1, just like Santana is number 1, just like ZZ Top's number 1, Heart's number 1, because they're all number 1 in my eyes. The 70s brought rock to what it is now, okay? It was what progressed into the 80s, to the 90s, to the millennium, to the 2010s, even if it has been sucky for the first 5 years of the 2010s. But, yeah, that's all I have to say for my 5. Bring it on to Dalton.
All right, my big 5.
What were you about to say? My big fat Greek wedding?
My big fat white wedding. Well, actually, if you think about it, the big 4, they didn't have them in order. They just threw them all together, Metallica, Slayer, and all that shit.
Anthrax is still on there, which pisses me off.
I know, we already know. Well, let's see. My big 5, AC/DC, mostly because fuck, that's back when Bon Scott was in there, their original lead singer. Back when they were really killing it, just getting their start. No one can ever replace Bon. Even Brian Scott, Brian Johnson, who's in it now, and who's carried on AC/DC up till now. I mean, he was a great replacement, but you ain't never gonna be able to replace Bon. Another one would have to be Boston, mostly just because it's a band that I found myself. Actually, nobody ever introduced me to it. I just happened to find a Boston CD. I think it was their greatest hits. I just started listening to it, and I loved them just from the start. They got a bunch of notable songs. Even if you don't actually know Boston, you have to at least know at least have heard one of their songs. Fleetwood Mac is about the same. I mean, they let's see. They had a great guitarist, actually. Oh my God, the drummer.
Oh my God.
The drummer was insane. He was crazy. But
I forget.
for it to be such a soft band, yeah, I mean,
It makes you want to cry but go to sleep at the same time, but dream of like good things like unicorns and marshmallows.
Yeah.
But anyways.
And then my other two would have to be Alice Cooper because he really started getting his start.
School's out. Summer.
He really started getting his start in the 70s, and yeah, everything just went up from there. And then Aerosmith, you can't really go a 70s or 80s or even 90s list.
Aerosmith, I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. Aerosmith, nobody has to like them, but they have to respect what Steven Tyler and Aerosmith can do. Steven Tyler's voice is so dynamic. He's done different songs in different ways, different formats. He could take his own songs, recreate them in a different way, and you would never be able to tell it. Pink Floyd
Walk This Way is the greatest example of that.
Yeah, I mean, he's done so much with that. I mean, you have to respect
that long-lipped man is amazing.
that long-lipped.
He is. He has a big smile.
Even though now he looks like that really cool grandma. But
that's just wrong, man.
Oh, please.
Hey, listen, he can sing like a really cool grandma, too, so leave him alone.
So,
alright, okay, what's your list, kid?
I picked Alice Cooper, Black Sabbath, and AC/DC. First of all, because I grew up with those, because all we listened to when we cleaned the house were these guys, and I've loved them ever since I was itty bitty. Mixed CD. Not to add, I added Leonard Skinner. I know
we live in the South. You can't go without Leonard Skinner.
You can't go without. And I picked Jimi Hendrix, but I don't know if that was in the.
That was definitely 60s. 60s, 70s, 80s.
Well, I picked Led Zeppelin for in case I got Jimi Hendrix wrong, because I just did this off the top of my head when.
But actually, Jimi
Pink
Hendrix.
Floyd was 60s, 70s.
That's back when it was Jimi Hendrix and the Experience. Yeah,
the Jimi Hendrix.
The Jimi Hendrix.
I'm just gonna say I picked Jimi Hendrix because he's fucking awesome. I mean, who wouldn't miss out Jimi Hendrix?
Who can play guitar with their teeth? Okay, when you can play guitar with your teeth, call me.
No, I can't.
Morello did it in protest.
Shut up.
He did.
Who said I hated Tom Morello? Tom Morello's a god of guitar, okay? Rage, dude.
I'm telling you,
Rage.
this man is the bomb. I mean,
Audios, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if he knew how to play guitar with his penis. I mean, he can get
Hey, look, no,
I don't know. Back in the 70s, I mean, I think
he probably knew how.
Somebody, John Morrison, came out on stage and gave him a BJ on stage just because it's the 70s.
He was, well, for one, he was just that.
Experiments. And he kept playing guitar like nothing was going on.
Yep, I'm getting my dick sucked on stage. It's all good.
By an amazing man.
Oh, yeah. I might want to know. Don't let your kids watch these videos.
Nah, fuck it. If your kids want to watch these videos, they'll get scarred for life.
Yeah, they are. But, hey, good parenting.
I'm sorry, Ariel and Drew and Mom and Dad and
everybody who's ever known me.
Oh my god, I forgot they were on your Facebook page. If they see me cuss, they're gonna think so differently of me. I'm so sorry.
No, they're not, Ed. They've heard me cuss now. I've dropped the F-bomb on Facebook. It's okay, I put a video with more F-bombs in it.
Anywho.
Anyway.
So yeah, dedication. I got AM Conspiracy. It's a great band. It's so highly underrated. I think they only got like one album out. I mean, check them out. I mean, it's just great. If you've played any of the WWE games, I think it was in 2007. They got SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. It's in there. Great introduction. Do you got one?
Yeah, I got one. Halestorm's going in there today. Halestorm's really getting up and big and incoming, you know. Just go listen to more Halestorm. You'll love them. All right, Nikki Hill's awesome. Go.
And I'm just going to go ahead and say One Eye Doll is going on tour now. They're doing their The Witched album. And I really want to go to one of their things, but I don't get to. So I'm getting people to talk to her for me and say, hey, because they got backstage
Okay,
passes.
that's her
but
dedication.
proceed.
One-eyed doll.
Okay, that's our dedication.
Okay.
This is our show. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, like it, comment,
Punch
give us your
that like
stuff,
button.
share it, tell your friends, all that good shit.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Speedway. I'm Clifton. That's Dawn. This is Chris. We love you all. Rock on. This is
Stay
Bye. Ah!